Hey YouTube, today we're going to be looking at a Sig Sauer P320 X compact pistol, and this particular one is chambered in 9mm, the end-all caliber. Just ask the entire world. So before we go any further, I'm going to show you that this pistol does not have anything in it, and we are clear to make this video. So what we have here is a P320, and this is called the X Compact. Now this is a shorter slide carry size P320, and this is not my gun, folks. A young lady that I know that I've been helping at the range, she's got astigmatism, and she has a hard time picking up different sights on guns, and she's a pretty good shot, but she just has a little bit of eye problems, but don't we all? And we've tried several guns over the past year or so, and we found this one yesterday, and we picked it up at a gun shop that we often visit, and this one was a brand new X compact, and it had this Holosum dot on it, this red dot on it. So we decided to pick this up and see if this would help her with her astigmatism, run one with an optic. Now, I'm going to tell you something funny about this. So we picked it up and we took it to range immediately to see if it would help. And the person that owned this gun previously, it was a brand new gun, and they freaking turned it into a pawn shop. And I think the person that owned this gun was an Instagram person. They want to put all the expensive stuff on a gun and pose with them and put Instagram photos on them, and these people aren't shooters. So what they've done here is they put these extended slide stops on them, and I actually like these. These are awesome. This is the first 320 I've ever seen that has the extended slide stops on them, and something weird about this extractor here. I don't know if it's polished or if it's aftermarket, but that was intriguing, and it's got that enhanced trigger group in it, same as my 320 X Carry Legion does. So it's got an awesome trigger on it. Once again, for a striker fired gun, this is a pretty good trigger it has here. So I figured with the trigger group and all the extra stuff and this dot, we walked out of there pretty cheap with this gun. I mean, we get a real good deal every time we go there. It's a pawn and gun shop, and took it to the range, and I was going to zero this dot in for her. Was taking a shot, I got it going, printing pretty straight and everything, and it started shooting erratic. I'll show you the dot right here. It's just a typical red dot. This is a Holosum 407, so it's got this solar thing here on top of it. It's just a regular dot. It's not the reticle kind. So anyway, we take this thing to the range. I had it printing pretty good here in a few shots, a couple little adjustments, and next thing you know, it started shooting pretty erratic, and I thought it was her eyes that were wandering a little bit. I was like, let me see it. And I took a couple shots out of it, and it was shooting pretty erratic. And she went to grab onto the slide, and this whole thing started wiggling. So the moral of the story, folks, is I learned a lot from a guy when I've been down and ill here about the past month. I've mounted a scope on my 308, a big old Night Force scope, and I bought all the stuff to do it correctly and level it, and learned everything about how to correctly mount a scope. You know, I thought I knew how to mount a scope, but boy did I not. There's a lot more to it. Well, same thing goes with mounting any optic, folks. If you're not mounting your own optics, you're doing it wrong. And buying this thing in a pawn and gun shop and taking it straight to the range was stupid, because I trusted that somebody else had enough sense to put Loctite thread locker on 2 bolts and holds this thing to this top of the slide of this gun, and I was wrong. This thing started wiggling off, and all people care about is looks, see if they can flip it to make a profit, and how cool it looks on Instagram. And I don't care how cool it looks on Instagram, but the little bit I did learn about this gun is I think we're going to be able to fix her astigmatism problem with a dot. I'm going to be able to adjust the dot to where to where it prints right for her, and it's going to be her new carry gun, I believe. We'll see. That story's yet to be determined, but I think this is going to work out. But anyway, I'm a big fan of these 320s anyway, these P320s. Ever since they came out, I think this is the awesome platform. It's very ergonomic. Like I said, this is the X Compact. I've got pretty large hands. It fits very well in my hand. This is a 15 round capacity magazine that goes in this thing. So essentially this is a 16-in-1. I think it's just a little bit better platform than the 365 just because of the mere size of it for my hands. Now, I'm not saying that the 365 is a bad gun. It just doesn't work for me because my hands are so large that it just doesn't fit well in my hand. And this thing is awesome with this short and slide and this P320 platform. Just very, very good setup here. So this thing is just, this is the modular gun that they presented to the military, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, maybe a little bit more. And this is the one that won the contract for the military guns. This particular one's got night sights on them, and they don't look like they really co-witness well with this dot, but we're not going to be too concerned about the sights on it. We're just going to worry about getting her to print this thing with this dot on it. But I guess it's optic ready, obviously, since it's got an optic on it, and it's got the good trigger. It's got the newer style grip module here on it with the good texturing and all that. Just overall good gun. But if y'all have any questions on this, of course, it's just chambered in 9mm. This is the end all round. All the 9mm people out there, they ought to love this thing. Now, the 320 gets a lot of hate on them because when they first came out, I guess somebody dropped one or two people dropped one, and I think it's got to land like a certain angle like this, and had an accidental discharge, and Sig Sauer did a voluntary recall, and they corrected that, and all the ones from then on, I think from like 2018 on, do not have that problem. And they just got they came out of the gate really bad with that one that had a discharge on them, and they got kind of a bad taste in people's mouths. So I'm telling you folks, if you never shot one of these things, just put it in your hand, just give it a shot. This thing is more ergonomic than like a Glock. It just feels more comfortable in your hand. It's got a bit better trigger than any Glock ever dreamed of having. This one's got an even better one. This one's got that enhanced trigger group on them. And they're very modular. You can take this whole grip module off of this thing in 30 seconds. Switch it to a full-size gun. So, very cool platform. I've always liked the Sig 320 platforms since they came out. I have a couple of them myself, but we're going to take this one out here. I've got it all thread locked on here and correctly mounted on here now. We're going to take it to the range here in the next couple days and see if we can get the optic to at least stay on it. We may not hit anything with it, but we're going to see if we can get the optic to stay on it. But anyway, folks, let me know what you think of this little P320 X Compact with the Holosum 407 on it, optic. Everybody's got to have a pistol with an optic on it. That's a new craze, and we're going to see if it will fix the young lady's eyesight. Thank you very much for watching my video today, and you folks have a great day.